For some reason, the wrong-way driver turned onto South Fulton Parkway from Georgia Highway 92 into the wrong lanes, into the oncoming lanes. Signs clearly posted, "Do not enter," and "Wrong way." A mile and a quarter down the road, the Lexus driver crashed head-on into a Camaro with 2 people inside, and all 3 were killed. The 2 people in the Camaro, 55-year-old Michael Fullwood and 56-year-old Kathy Stevens. And police say the wrong-way driver was Kenneth Harrell. Kenneth Harrell, for more than a decade, was a DeKalb County firefighter, reaching the rank of captain. Harrell resigned in the past year or 2, according to a spokesperson with DeKalb County Fire Rescue, to go to work as an EMT with AMR. Still helping people, said one firefighter who went through the academy with Harrell 16 years ago. A very well-liked guy, he said. Everyone's trying to grasp this. None of it is sinking in. Union City police investigators were not initially releasing any details about whether alcohol or speed or both or something else could have been factors in this tragic, triple fatal, wrong-way crash. In Union City, John Sherrick, 11 Alive News.